There is so much more to hedge traditions, such as hedge witchcraft and hedge druidry, than simply being a solitary practitioner. Today let's talk a little bit about hedge riding, working with the liminal spaces and trance practices which are at the heart of hedge traditions. Working in a hedge tradition is so much more than simply being a solitary practitioner. It's not just for cottages and pretty gardens that border fairy tale forests. It's for everyone who's interested in the art of hedge riding. But what is hedge riding? Hedge riding is walking and working between the worlds. So, how do we go about doing it? Hedge riding is as varied as the people who engage with this practice. There's so many different ways to practice this art, and each will be unique to the practitioner, for there's no one true way to go about hedge riding. Just as each person's life experiences causes them to be different from one another, so too will their hedge riding practice appear different from one another. The one thing in common is this: walking and working between the worlds. Those who are attracted to hedge traditions are often those people who are a bit fey, who seem to have a foot in both worlds, this world and the other world. They may have had experiences with the other world throughout their life, but maybe they didn't have a word to describe it or a term to describe it. For some people, this ability to walk between the worlds comes naturally. For others, it's a skill that can be gained. To work with the hedge is to cross the borders of the civilized world, the human community, and to enter into the other world, that which is beyond the hedge. For beyond the hedge is where we can find the answers of the information that we seek. We can find them from fairy familiars, from spirit guides, the landscape of the other world itself. And we can then bring that information to help us in this world, whether that is with life situations, spellcraft, whatever. And this is what makes one a hedge witch, rather than a green witch, for example. It's the practice of walking and working between the worlds. The hedge is that which delineates this world from the other world. It's that liminal space. Hedge witches may work with real hedges, trees, or other liminal spaces in their craft, but they are all performing what we know as hedge riding, and this is what separates us from what many know as solitary traditions. And trance states are at the heart of hedge riding. In order to get into that liminal space, usually something must be done in order for us to be able to walk between the worlds. This may happen spontaneously, without any involvement on our part, where we might accidentally walk through a gateway to the other world or come across someone or something from the other side of the hedge in our normal day-to-day activities, simply because we are attuned to the other world through our connection to it. But usually, hedge witches prepare ourselves to ride the hedge, to go between the worlds using a trance state. It's something that hedge druids, hedge witches, and all people in hedge traditions know intimately. So being in a hedge tradition is so much more than simply being a solitary practitioner. It's about riding the hedge, crossing the boundaries between this world and the other world, and learning how to be a walker and how to work between the worlds.